Welcome to another Open for Business. Today we're at Lansing Sports Shop. Let's go inside and see everything they have to offer. How exciting to be at Lansing Sports Shop with Tony today. You know, you drive by on Ridge Road every day and you see this here on the corner and you look around and you think, wow, there's a lot here. There are many buildings. And I know there's a great heritage here too, Tony. Can you tell us about that?
Well, my dad started the business in 1954, and we've been here ever since. My brother and I are the current owners of Lansing Sports Shop, my brother Phil. And we have 3 of our children, 2 of his, 1 of mine, that are currently employees of the business also. So we're actually a 3rd generation company.
Wow, that's really a family tradition then, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Sure is. It's great to have it that way too.
That's great. Now, I know that you have the retail store. We're in the retail store now. But then there are so many other services and products and things about Lansing Sports Shop I'll bet a lot of people don't know.
Yes, actually, and that's really what's kind of made us thrive and stay, going with the times is the other parts of our business. And a lot of it has to do with production and service. We have our own embroidery department, sewing department, graphics department, along with the retail store like you talked about. So we kind of have our own little niche and corner right here on Ridge Road.
Well, wait a minute. Now, if you have all of those things going, that means that you don't outsource any of those services. When someone orders something from you, you actually do it right here.
Correct.
Okay.
We start from, obviously we don't manufacture the actual cloth or that type of thing, but any decoration that's done, the artwork, graphics, it all starts here. And then whatever it is, whether it's silkscreen, embroidery, tackle twill, yes, we do it all right here.
Wow, that's great. And that really, you can control the quality that way, and that really gives the customer a sense of satisfaction. Knowing that they can come in and order something, and then, well, if there's a question along the way or about the process, they can just come right in and ask you because you're going to know.
Correct. Those are some of the keys to it. And we control delivery, so that's a big thing. We're not behind the 8 ball with, a third party that's involved. So, and with today, with emails and so forth, we'll email out a logo to the customer, they approve it online, and, kind of takes away from any problems or mistakes that can happen.
Great. Now, speaking of online, I know that you do a lot of sales online, but you also offer services to customers as well online. And can you explain that to us?
Yes, along with our own website, we offer customized websites for our customers. So whether you have a Little League team or a traveling team, could be a high school soccer or baseball team, we will customize your website so that the players and their parents and relatives can go online, place an order for t-shirt, sweatshirt, hat, whatever it may be, right on their own customized website.
Okay, so would that be a seasonal thing? Like if I had a team and they had something coming up for the season, you would get that website up and running for my customers to come in and buy what they needed, and then you would take that down, but you would manage the whole thing. So really for me, as a customer, that's a fantastic value and a service.
Well, you really hit it right on the head there with the way you answered that. Almost answered your own question.
Did I answer your question? I'm sorry.
Yes, that's pretty much how it works. Generally, the average website will be up for about 2 weeks, and then we'll take it down, compile the orders, bring in the orders, decorate them. It's about a 2-week turnaround time. We'll pick them, pack them, and either ship them, or the customer will then pick them up here at the store.
Great. Now, during that process where you're decorating the actual garments and doing this sort of thing, I think that happens in another building, one that we're not in right now. And I'm wondering if it would be possible for us to go see that process.
That would be great. I'd be happy to take you there.
Great. I'm looking forward to it. Can we go now?
Absolutely. Let's
do
it.
Great. Let's go. We've made our way to the embroidery building. Tony, thanks so much for letting us come in and see what goes on in here. And you and I are standing in front of one incredible machine. Can you explain what this machine is and what it does?
Well, what you're going to witness here is a unique piece of equipment that's called a laser bridge. And this equipment originated in Italy, and it's a pretty new piece of equipment. We purchased it about 3.5 years ago, And when we purchased it, we were one of only about 10 of these bridges in the United States. It's become a lot more popular since then, but it's still a very new piece of technology. So what you'll see happen here is you'll see the laser bridge actually, through the use of its laser, burn the images into the material along the bridge that it runs across.
Okay, great. Now, some of what happens here is what we typically think would happen if we sent away for something on the internet. And like you have already told us, you don't outsource anything. So all of the production that happens here can probably take place rather quickly for your customers, and they can come right into town then and pick that up. They might even be able to see part of the process, right?
Correct. Actually what happens, it's two machines that work together. And excuse me, the embroidery machines run off a digitized piece of software that's done here at Lansing Sports Shop by our head digitizer, Joe. And that will run the embroidery heads, and then the laser part will run off the computer. So they're separate, but they run together.
Okay, and then tell me a little bit about the technology behind what they produce. For example, when I was watching the production earlier, I saw that the actual design that was coming out on the shirt looked like something rather youthful, and sometimes we think of these newer designs as being something that would only appeal to youth. So tell me a little bit about other kinds of designs you do besides just the sports for the youth.
Well, we do a lot of things that would be considered corporate designs. So you could have a company, you're looking for a sweatshirt or jacket or polo shirt for your employees or for your customers. So we do a lot of work that's not just sports orientated. Clubs, drama clubs, bands, things like that, organizations that are also part of schools outside of just sports.
Okay, so if I didn't have a logo already and I wanted one, you can also design that, right?
Absolutely. We have 3 full-time graphic artists on staff, so they will put your designs together for you, whether it's something that you're directing them towards, or whether you want us to start from scratch. And via email, we'll make sure you get a good look at it, so nothing gets done until you've signed off on it.
Okay, well, this machine requires a lot of skill, and there's also some safety issues here at hand in the building, so people can't just walk in off the street anytime and just look, right?
Correct. We'll bring a customer over, a lot of times a new customer that's interested in getting something like this done, and so we'll bring them over and kind of show them what we can do. But I'll have to make sure that my staff is ready for someone to come over, because yes, there's some issues that way, but it's mostly a safe process, and all those precautions have been taken.
Right. Well, that's such a personal touch, though, to be able to give someone a tour to see how their product is being made.
Well, it's neat. It's a neat thing to do, because it makes people realize, who Lansing Sports Shop really is.
Right. Well, getting back to the hands-on things now, I understand you have a lot of sports equipment in the retail shop, and that you supply teams. And I'm wondering if maybe you could show me some of that sports equipment, and maybe there'll be something there that I might need.
Well, I think we might have something that'll fit you just right.
Okay, I'd like to see what that is. You're going to help me with it, right?
You know it.
Okay.
You know
right.
it. We're going to make you look really good.
Okay, thanks, Tony. Tony, I see that you've picked out some very interesting gear for me to put on.
Yes, we have.
And of course it's beautiful. It's black and red. I have no idea what it is, so you're going to have to tell me. But one thing I'm noticing on all of these pieces is this word tag, and it looks like a logo, and I think you can probably explain what that is.
Absolutely. Love to. Well, TAG, or Circle T is part of the logo as we call it, is a company that was originated in the early 80s. My father was co-founder of that company with 2 other gentlemen. And a few years ago, my brother Phil, who is my partner here at Lansing Sports Shop, bought TAG, and he's the sole owner. And TAG is a direct importer. And so what we've selected for you today is a set of our specially, it's going to fit perfect for you, TAG Battle Gear Catcher's Gear.
I'm ready for the battle gear part of it. The catcher's part, I don't have any experience there.
Well, you're going to look like an experienced catcher once we
Okay,
get you fitted.
I'm telling you, Tony's geared me up to play ball. I've got everything I need, and you can have everything you need for your sports activities too at Lansing Sports Shop. They're open for business. I'm Renee Hale, and I'll see you next time.